Lloyd Consulting stickers, t-shirts and mugs are available by clicking the link to the Google form in the video description below. Good afternoon. Today is the 18th of November and we're back at another classic car auction. So I enjoyed myself so much last time I was here last time, and we got something very nice from the collection with Volvo, but I decided to come back and have a look. I've been very kindly allowed to do so. We'll have a look at what's here. Not all the cars that are entered into the auction, which is on the last Friday of the month, are actually in this building at the moment or next door, and not all the stuff that's actually in the building is for sale, if that makes sense. But we'll see what's here and have a look around. First of all, is this 1974 Jensen-Healey. Now these are very rare cars. They didn't sell anywhere near as many as they were expected to, and Donald Healey kind of, well, he wasn't very happy about what happened, and neither a lot of other people. And Jensen, of course, went under in 1976. Lotus engine, of course, with this. This one's only estimated between £2,000 and £4,000. It does need some restoration. It just had an MOT actually, this car, so that's really good. It is probably going to need a bit of restoration, but it doesn't seem like a lot of money for something like this actually, to be honest. Next we've got this Porsche 911. This is a 993. I'll just find the right page here. Sorry, it's not a 993 at all. It's a 92, so it's actually a 964. The vendors had this since 2010. It's got some service history on it. I like the colour of this. Personal plate on this one. Dark blue with this sort of dark blue hood. Interior is kind of like a cream colour. I might be able to look in some of these, but I don't know about some of the others. It depends sort of what's around. Oh, it's just one of these with the little spoiler that goes up when you go above a certain speed. You have a Carrera 4. Estimate on this one's between £23,000 and £27,000. 911 prices are sort of rising. I think one thing I'd say about that sort of rear screen, that's going to need something attention, isn't it? That's not survived well, but it is 30 years old, so you know, what do you expect? Some of the E-Type stuff here is actually in last month's sale. For example, this E-Type here. I'll just get to the right place. It's 65 E-Type Series 1 Roadster. It's been entered again, I think. This is the same one. It's a left-hand drive one. It is in very nice condition. It's got this sort of beige hood on it. Ooh, and a beige leather interior. Now that is very nice, viewers. It's very nice. That fly-off handbrake. I'm not so fond of it. I have used one in an E-Type before, and I wasn't so fond of that. But you know, that does look quite nice. The estimate on this is £70,000 to £85,000. I don't think it quite made the reserve last time, which is why it's here. We've also got a couple of Z3s here. Again, they were here in the last auction. This is a 99. Both of them are actually re-entered. This particular one is estimated, it's considered to be, I think, slightly better condition of the two of them that are here. This red one, between £2,000 and £3,000. It is actually in very, very nice condition. I asked James Martin from JM1 Cars when I filmed his 3 litre Z3 earlier this year that he had at the time, if you could pick one of these up for sensible second-hand classics money, and you absolutely can. Absolutely, you can pick these up for under £5,000 all the time. There's 2 here that are under that, and this looks pretty good. I don't know what the mechanical condition particularly of this one is. I think it's a 1.9, this one, like the other one. So they're sort of among the sort of less zippy ones, but that's not so bad, is it? We've got another Porsche here. We've actually got 2 Porsches in this sale, and this one is a 928. Personal plate on this one. Just find the information for this one. I have to keep flicking through the catalogue just to find the right one. Yes, it's a 1990. It's an S4 automatic. It's been maintained by Porsche in Walmsley. You know, could you possibly think of a more appropriate place to have one of these than up in Walmsley? I'll just actually see if this is open. Some of them might be open. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's an auto actually. This one. Look at this. Certainly, this does appeal to me because I own a sort of GT type car now, the C70 T5. This is the kind of car that actually sort of appeals to you more than an out-and-out sports car, this sort of thing. It's a big sort of comfy cruiser thing, but also very fast. Hatches not open, won't touch that. Yes, it seems not to be, it's not perfect by any means, but there's a little bit of bodywork needs doing on this, but it's only estimated between £14,000 and £16,000. They're much more common as an automatic, these, than they were as a manual. The one that Jeremy Clarkson got in trouble with, of course, was about this age. It was a 91, but that was actually a manual. This is an auto. Now we have something very special here. This is 1963 Jaguar Mark II 3.4 with a 5-speed gearbox, so not the original Moss gearbox, and power steering. If I were to have one of these, I probably would have the 5-speed gearbox and the power steering. I think that would be good for me. Just see if this one is open. Yes, it is. There we go. Ooh, the lights come on as well. Now that is beautiful. It's not a beige leather interior, but it is a leather interior. Somebody can put a modern stereo in there, which is, probably a good thing if you want to use your classic all the time. I love this colour. This is wonderful. It's not the most desirable one. Obviously, I think a 3.8 with the wire wheels might be more desirable than this, but it looks really good. This colour is a very, very dark green, almost like black, which is kind of like what British racing green should be, in my opinion. Yeah, that's really nice. So next is this 1972 Volkswagen Type 2 bay window. I think this was in the last auction, from what I remember. I'm just trying to remember now which ones were and which ones weren't. This looks like it's in pretty good order. The estimate on this one is £15,000 to £19,000. That seems about fair to me. Someone's put an interesting kind of a flooring in this. There we go. Someone's retrimmed this interior as well, haven't they? I just remember, as I think I've said before, that when these were really, really cheap, when they picked one of these up in Wheeler Dealers many, many years ago, it was less than £3,000 or something they paid for it when it was rusty, and I think they sold it for a lot more afterwards. But this is a much more kind of original restoration. That was a sort of custom one. But yeah, it depends what you want. I like this colour of this. Got to say, viewers, this Jaguar is between £18,000 and £22,000. That seems pretty fair to me. It's in very nice condition. Let's have a look at this MGB here. Now it's not entirely sort of standard. I think that spoiler is maybe not standard at the front, but it's actually a 76 MGB GT V8. I think this would have originally maybe been a rubber bumper car, but actually it was a 76. But it does look nice on the chrome bumpers, actually, something like this. The wheels, I think they're the original sort of wheels that would have come with the car. It's actually been repainted, rebuilt and rewired. The estimate on this one is between £13,000 and £16,000. Now, you can pick up an MGB, of course, for considerably less. You could pick one up for under £5,000 if that's what you want. But one like this, I think straight away I can see that this would have been a rubber bumper car originally, because if this is open, and some of them are open, some are not, but you can see that those are the later seats in it. Which is good. Let's have a look at this Surface Mini. We just find the right place in the online catalogue for this. So yes, this is a 69 Mini Mark II. It's a very late Mark II, actually, because they finished in 69. The Mark IIIs came in that year, which had the sort of later style door handles without the exposed hinges and had wind-up windows. This doesn't have that, and this will be, I think, a hydroelastic car if it's a Mark II as well. Maybe this one's open. Yes, it is. There we go. I've got a door lock, so you can't even lock it. So big door pockets in here. It smells pretty good, actually. It smells good. Apparently, this has got correct vented cells and body-coloured floor pans. I don't know what that means particularly to me. I'm not really a Mini expert, but this looks good. Considering the value of these Coopers is rising considerably all the time, it seems. I think £14,000 to £16,000 doesn't seem too bad to me. Yeah, that's pretty nice. This was also in the last sale. This 1986 Escort XR3 Cabriolet. I think these These wheels are sort of an option, or they're often RS Turbo, as far as I remember. I know quite a few of you quite like this. I sort of quite like it too. It's maybe not exactly me, this, but I think it's sort of between £6,500 and £8,500. It's not bad. The colour really shines in the video. Actually, it looks even brighter than it does in real life. But yes, there we go. Let's take a look at this Daihatsu Midget again. Unfortunately, this didn't sell last month. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this ever before. It's registered as a pickup at a 2000. It could be that's just the year it was imported. I think possibly because of the plate, it might be actually an it might be 95, 96. It was something made for the Lord Mayor's Parade. That happens in City of London every year, and there are several other ones from this company, Hodges, but are actually still here. Some of them sold last month, some of them didn't. We'll have a look at some other ones in a second, but yeah, it's pretty unique. Is this thing actually open? Let's see if it's open. Yes, it is. There you go. One seat, 4-speed manual gearbox, the cooler volume. I think that might mean it's got air conditioning. I'm not exactly sure. And that's the wiper control there, which is really strange. Goodness me, what's this? What's the estimate on this, years? It's between £3,000 and £5,000. It looks pretty good. There's no rust or anything I can see on this. It depends if you want something like this or not, I suppose. It's not my sort of thing, but it could be yours, I suppose. This is quite nice. This 2004 Maserati Quattroporte. This will be an early one of this shape. They're very, very big cars, aren't they? They're massive. Let's have a see if this one's open. I think it might be locked. Oh no, it's not open. Oh, viewers, that's not a beige leather interior. I think it might be more a biscuit one. But look at all that wood. Ooh, smell that as well. So yeah, it's between £9,000 and £11,000. The mileage says it's relatively low on this one. It's quite a well-engineered car. You can sort of feel that when you open and close the doors and things. Let's make sure we don't trip over anything here, viewers, as we often do. But yeah, it's rather nice. Actually, we can look in here, can't we? Actually, it's even got little lights at the bottom here with the that come on when you open the door. Little lights down there in the pedal box. There's the tiny gear lever, and yes, very luxurious and very tasteful. So here we've got one of these other Z3s. I'm not actually sure if this personal plate comes with the sale. This is estimated a little bit lower than the red one, between £1,500 and £2,500. I prefer this colour personally. It's more my kind of thing. These are sort of a bit like the MGFs and MGTS. They're kind of appreciating classics now. And with a luggage rack and things, I think this is pretty good. It's just sort of a lot of kind of 3 Series engineering in here, really. Back axle's kind of from the old E36 compact, and the engines are off an E46 and things like that. So it's the sort of thing I think we'll continue to appreciate in the future. So this MGB was here last month as well. I don't know why it hasn't sold, to be honest with you. Is that, like that red one there, the V8, this one is also rubber bumper. The rubber bumper is still on this car. So it depends what you really want, what you want to go for, whether you keep them on or you don't. I think actually it looks really good like this. You can see the suspension's been raised because that's what they're like. American lighting regulations were responsible for that, which is a bit of a shame, but there we go. So yeah, the later interior with these striped seats. I can't really emphasise the sort of condition of this. I think this looks absolutely immaculate. Sills are very good. Estimate on this is between £9,000 and £12,000. I think it's definitely worth that. So there was a absolutely beautiful X308 XJ here last month, which a lot of you commented on, but you really like the look of it. Here's another one. It's actually an XJ8 Executive, this one. So it's a very high spec. It's even got parking sensors, which I think I would personally need with one of these cars. I've driven the previous X300 one of these. There's also something I think we very much like about this Views, and I think this is open. Let's see if it is. Yes. A beige leather interior with wood. It smells really nice in here. There are quite a few detail changes between this and the X300 that I've driven. It's really nice. Obviously leather's a little bit crap, but that's what happens with older cars, doesn't it? So a bit sort of higher quality feeling than the previous ones, and it's immaculate. Let's make sure I shut the door properly. There we go. Yeah, it's really, really nice. There's a couple of little bits on it like that, but it's not bad. It's a 22-year-old car. It's only estimated at between £2,000 and £3,000. With the AC registration, it could have even been originally a Jaguar fleet car. I don't know, but yes, that is rather tasteful, Viewers. Again, I think this was in the auction last time I was here in October. This 2003 Mercedes-Benz SL500, estimated at between £5,500 and £7,000. Forgotten how big these are. They're big old cars, these. With the prices of the previous two generations of this rising now, maybe these are sort of future classics, I don't know. This looks really, really good. The standard preparation and maintenance someone's done on this is really, really nice. Again, I'm not sure if that personal plate comes with it or not, but very nice. Now that is properly old. Look at this. A 1958 Peugeot 403. I don't even know if I've ever seen one of these before. You see them in very, very old TV series from the 60s. Like, I don't know, the Saint or the Baron, used as kind of cars for villains and things like that. This one was imported to this country in 1989. It's covered about 87,000 kilometres. I don't know if this will be open or not. We'll have to see. Yes, it is. It's got all sort of white interior. There we go. Oh, wow. The smell of that. We've got eau, essence and ampere. Column shift. I think this will probably be a 3-speed, won't it? Something like that. That is, it's pretty special. There's not even any reserve on this, Viewers. There's no reserve on this at all. Yeah, I'm interested to see how much this goes for. I don't think I've ever even properly seen one of these before. Again, I think this is the same car we saw last month. I think it's been re-entered for the November sale. This is a 1999 Ford Puma. It's a 1.7 model, like the one that I drove actually earlier this year. This is one estimated between £2,500 and £3,250. It is the classic colour from the Steve McQueen advert. Yeah, I don't know why this didn't reach its reserve or something last time. The aluminium gear knob there. Something that I'm not expected to see here is this Peugeot 207. I think this is like a base model or something. I don't think we can talk about it either, Views, because this will have a Prince engine in it. So we better move on. Last thing I'll show is this tricycle with the push cart there as well. This is estimated between £1,000 and £1,750. Again, I don't think this made its reserve last month. It's the same collection as the Daihatsu Midget there. It's not really kind of me. I'm not really just cycling like these, but maybe one of you is more into this kind of thing than I am. Anyway, thank you so much indeed once again for watching. As I said, not all the things that are listed for sale in the auction are in here, and some of the stuff like this isn't actually in the auction itself, so hopefully that's sort of clear. 159 key forwards, isn't it? Anyway, maybe it's in next month's sale, who knows. Thank you so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, share and leave a comment below, and we shall see you again soon. Maybe I'll be back next month. Mm.